And Zach, yourself?
Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz.
And I'm going to be very difficult here, boys. I'm going to be very difficult. The first goal scorer, one word.
Timo Werner, 2 words technically.
Ziyech on fire.
Ziyech, it's got to be, hasn't it? It's got to be. Well, the Kings of Europe have their eyes on another piece of silverware at Windsor Park in Belfast tonight. So far, not too long until we get to kick off. So, time to hand over to our commentary team of Ben Andrews and Jason Cundy.
Good evening, Blues fans, and welcome to you all, wherever you may be. Ben Andrews and Jason Cundy here to bring you the 46th edition of the Super Cup live on the Fifth Stand app. Belfast is the venue. The Chelsea fans are singing and waving their flags as we speak. The players of Chelsea and Villarreal are out. It is a special game because you only get to play in it if you've done something pretty super special already. Jason, it is the shortest of pre-season schedules, and it's more or less over with silverware on offer here.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Ben. Yes, absolutely. This is a trophy that actually, when you're going into the final of the Champions League, you actually don't think about. Once you've won it, you don't think about it. But it isn't until pre-season do you realise that the Super Cup is on offer. And of course, we've only won it once back in '98. Just heard the guys talking about that. The 3 previous times that we've actually got to this stage, we haven't won it, and of course it wasn't that long ago we played Liverpool, and I felt we were a little unlucky on the night. I think we've done enough to win it, but as it turned out, that wasn't the case. What an opportunity! And the closer you get, I have to say, Ben, when I woke up this morning, the closer you get to this moment, the more it means. It is pre-season, it is a trophy, it is a competitive game, but ultimately, this is a trophy that you want to win. And if you don't win it, you wonder what this might do for the rest of the season and what it might do against Crystal Palace coming up at the weekend. What an opportunity, and good luck to the boys.
Dignitaries out there on the field. Players in the tunnel. N'Golo Conte holding the pennant and wearing the armband for Chelsea tonight. That Blues team, Mendy in goal, Rudiger, Zuma and Chalobah. One of the few youngsters from that lone group, if you like, who are still involved with this main group here. Hudson-Odoi and Alonso are the wing-backs, Conte and Kovacic in midfield. Ziyech, who's been in great form this pre-season, with Werner and Havertz. All the later Euros arrivals available on the Blues bench for their first action since coming back. The players I'm talking about there are the likes of, well, England and Italy, we can say that much, and Spain and Denmark too, as the referee comes out, takes the ball off the plinth. The Super Cup, the middle of the 3 plinths out there, with Raul Albiol bringing the old UEFA Cup trophy for Villarreal, of course, having won the Europa League. And N'Golo Conte, eyes back in front of him, looking like he's concentrating very hard, bringing out the cup with the big ears as the Chelsea fans sing and enjoy that once again. Champions of Europe, you're going to hear that a lot over the course of this campaign, just as we did for the whole of the 12-13 season. Raul Albiol leading out the Villarreal side in their famous all-yellow kit. He's just put the old UEFA Cup trophy on the stand. This is Villarreal's 6th match of pre-season, so they've played a little more than Chelsea, but they've not won yet, for what that's worth. Not sure, really. Illness, few injuries, they've had a couple of games cancelled. A Europa League force, as we know, for a long time, and their boss for even longer, Unai Emery, the ultimate specialist in that competition. He saw off, amongst others, you will remember, I'm sure, his former employers Arsenal, and then Man United in May's final via penalties. Chelsea in the new blue home kit with the White Sox. The 5th Super Cup appearance for the club. The first generation ago now, 98, won by a Gus Poyet goal against Real Madrid. And the 3 more recent showpieces have brought defeats. Atletico, and I'm sure many of you will recall Radamel Falcao being super awesome. There was Bayern, who beat the Blues on penalties, which was, just out of interest, the last Chelsea appearance for a certain Romelu Lukaku. And then Liverpool via penalties just a couple of years ago. As the teams shake hands and meet one another. A familiar Chelsea shape. We don't expect that to change this season, but who knows, Jason? We think Thomas is wedded to the three at the back and the wing-backs.
I do.
So for now.
I do.
At least for now.
I do. But we saw the changes last season when things needed a change on the pitch, when we were perhaps chasing a result, looking to get back into it. He's not afraid to change the shape, but going into a game, I don't expect there to be too many fours, if any at all.
Sergei Karasev is the Russian referee who's meeting the giant Albiol and the tiny N'Golo in the middle. Albiol, a veteran of many a European campaign. 100 European appearances he's knocking on the door of. And he scored some goals in that Europa League run. Next to him, a player who's been in demand, actually, Pau Torres. A lot of people linked with him. He played for Spain, starting during the recent Euros. We know Alberto Moreno wants a Liverpool. Juan Foyt of Tottenham, Etienne Capoue, another former Spur, as well as a Watford player. They got a tricky forward, who we think tonight will be playing in the middle of their front three. Gerard Moreno was their top scorer by a long way last term, but he's more a wider attacking player who gets a lot of goals than a centre forward, unless that is Unai Emery's plan. Paco Alcacer on the bench for now. Chelsea are going to kick off, playing from right to left as we look on a pleasantly mild Belfast evening. Players take the knee. And Sergei Karasev's first whistle. Football in front of lots of fans and lots of noise, and let's hope that is the way for all of the coming campaign. Chelsea in possession here across the back, and Rudiger on the ball with pleasingly black boots. We like that. Don't see that very often. Kai Havertz dropping deep into his own half here with Chelsea in possession in the blue, playing from right to left in this first half. Just a behind closed doors friendly against the posh Bournemouth, Arsenal, and this competitive pre-season action. Kovacic, familiar drive out wide from him. The right-hand side is Callum Hudson-Odoi. The players switch to this near side towards Alonso, who will fancy himself against anyone in the air. And he's won that cleanly. Juan Foyt, former Spur, is onto him.
Ben, a few players are slipping over, I've noticed already. We're just over a minute into it. Clearly, the pitch has been heavily watered. And we've seen this before. A number of players, they go into the dressing room after having a warm-up with a certain stud wear in their mind, and they come out and the pitch has changed. It's been heavily watered. Just need to watch out for that.
Kovacic guilty of giving it away and tried to win it back, and he couldn't do that. And this is Moreno, 35 yards out. That's a good pass to Dia. And typically brilliantly mopped up by Chelsea's captain for the night, N'Golo Kanté.
Yeah, Cobb had a big role in that as well. He made sure he got goal side. We were actually very stretched there, and that's not something you often see under Thomas Tuchel here at Chelsea. The ball was given away. They managed just to get their way on the edge of the box, but cover, and then, as you mentioned there, N'Golo Kanté got goal side. I've just noticed, Ben, also that we're in possession. They're dropping into a 5. They're happy to go with a 5 at the back. Out of possession, you can see now they're happy to stretch the pitch slightly wider. There's a lot of the wing backs, or I say go to 5. It almost looks like a 6 actually, the way that they're playing. But the wing backs drop in, really covering those wide spaces.
Foyt has it and goes back to Raul Albiol, edge of his 18-yard box. Villarreal all in yellow. The yellow submarines playing from left to right, in possession on the far side of the field. Their left wing here as it comes back to Torres. And Albiol again. Foyt almost dispossessed. Kovacic got a little piece of it. Moreno finding Rudiger a tough obstacle and fouling him Chelsea's free kick on the halfway line.
Yeah, great use of the body. He does that ever so well, Rudiger. In those tight areas, he knows that they can't get to the ball. He uses that big frame, his backside, just to ease the player away from him. Any challenge after that, the referee's almost certain going to give away a free kick, and that's exactly what happened on that occasion.
Zuma playing in the middle of that back three, incidentally, folks. Chalobah to his right, Rudiger to his left. It's Havertz right in front of the suited Unai Emery on this near side, onto Timo Werner. It's the same for many clubs, of course, but this shortened pre-season makes things just a little more unknown. Normally you might have 6 or 7 games, Jason, perhaps by the last 2 you're getting to your main kind of team, whereas we've had, you know, a host of fringe players, people who Thomas hasn't even ever seen close up before playing the first 2, even 3 games, and then, well, this with the main group. So we see Studs and Moreno coming in on Alonso there. So you've got to get ready in a hurry more than ever, really, this summer.
Yes,
It's the same across the board.
Yeah, and Thomas Tuchel spoke about this as presser before the game yesterday. And it's the same for a lot of sides, but the problem that we have is that a number of these players that aren't playing tonight went deep into the Euros. Of course, you talk about what happened in South America as well. Plus there's COVID, and plus the season has just been truncated in a slightly different way. So yes, there's all of these factors, but this is where the squad comes into play. You look at this team right now, the quality that we've got out there, Ben, and that I think that as the longer the season goes on, I think the squads will look really, really important.
Good ball from Kovacic to find Hudson-Odoi on the far side, who tried to cut it back nicely. First time on a sliding volley towards Havertz. It was blocked and out of play on the far side. 5 minutes played. Chelsea's throw. Good ball out from Kovacic to find Callum, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, and he was onside there, and you're looking for perhaps a little bit better quality there, or contact from Callum. It wasn't easy, because he was stretching. In the end, Chelsea win back possession, and as we've got it now, and they're happy to sit Villarreal. They're not really going to press. Great ball.
Alonso in behind, early ball across the face of the 6-yard box. He couldn't have done more. Thumbs up from him. Havertz in the middle, nearly there. Pau Torres to the rescue. Chelsea have a corner. He was onside as well.
It's a brilliant run. It's a brilliant ball. Rudiger plays the ball inside the fullback. Alonso gets there, and there's nothing more he can do. Then you're hoping that someone buys a ticket, gets in there, that gambles and gets in beyond their